Why is it that you can spend 4 hours scrolling through social media without breaking a sweat, but 20 minutes of focused work feels like mental torture? It's not because you're lazy. It's because your brain has been hijacked. Most of us are living in a state of cheap dopamine. We've accidentally trained our brains to expect a massive reward for doing absolutely nothing. And when your brain can get a rush of pleasure from a simple thumb swipe, why on earth would it want to struggle through a difficult book or a complex project? Today, we're going to talk about dopamine reprogramming. I'm going to show you how to reset your internal reward system so that hard work actually starts to feel good. We aren't just going to hustle harder, we're going to change the biology of how you feel motivation. By the end of this video, you'll understand why your current habits are making you feel stuck and the exact 3-step protocol to make your brain crave progress again. The dopamine scale. To fix the engine, we have to look under the hood. What is dopamine really? Most people think dopamine is the pleasure molecule. They think you get it when you eat pizza or when you win a game. But science tells us something different. Dopamine is actually the molecule of anticipation and craving. It's the chemical that says, hey, look at that, go get it. It's the fuel that drives you toward a goal. Think of your brain like a scale. On one side, you have pleasure, and on the other, you have pain. Your brain always wants to keep this scale balanced, a state called homeostasis. When you blast your brain with high-intensity, cheap dopamine like video games, junk food, or infinite scrolling, the pleasure side of the scale slams down. To balance it out, your brain has to put weight on the pain side. This is why, after a 3-hour YouTube binge, you don't feel happy, you feel blah, anxious, and totally unmotivated. This is your dopamine baseline. If you keep overstimulating yourself, your baseline drops. Eventually, things that used to be fun feel boring, and things that are actually productive feel impossible. So, how do we tilt the scale back? The hard reset, the fast. Step 1 is the part everyone avoids, the dopamine detox. Now, I'm not saying you need to go live in a cave for a month, but you do need to give your receptors a break. Think of it like a reset for your taste buds. If you put sugar in every meal, an apple tastes like cardboard. If you stop eating sugar for a week, that apple tastes like the sweetest thing on earth. The protocol is simple. Pick one day, just 24 hours. No social media, no video games, no YouTube or Netflix, no junk food. What can you do? You can write in a journal. You can go for a walk without headphones. You can meditate. You can even just stare at a wall. Here's the secret. Why is boredom so important? Because boredom is the vacuum that pulls creativity and effort into your life. When you are bored, your brain starts searching for any source of dopamine. Suddenly, cleaning your room or reading that textbook doesn't look so bad. You are lowering the threshold for what qualifies as a reward. Quick reminder, if you're enjoying this, hit like and subscribe to help the channel grow. Now, back to the video. Friction and reward. Once you've lowered your baseline, we need to talk about friction. Human beings are biologically wired to take the path of least resistance. If your phone is next to your bed, you will check it. If the gym bag is buried in the back of the closet, you won't go. To crave hard work, you have to make cheap dopamine harder to get and high-quality dopamine easier to get. First, increase friction for distractions. Put your phone in another room while you work. Use website blockers. Make the bad habits annoying to start. Second, decrease friction for work. If you want to write, have your laptop open and the document ready before you even sit down. But here's the most important part. Intermittent rewards. Neuroscientists like Dr. Andrew Huberman have found that if you reward yourself every time you do something hard, the reward actually starts to lose its power. Instead, celebrate your wins occasionally. Don't tell yourself, I'll have a snack after every page I read. Tell yourself, I'm going to work for 2 hours and maybe I'll treat myself to a coffee later. This uncertainty keeps the dopamine levels higher during the effort itself. You start to fall in love with the process, not just the prize. Embracing the effort. This is the final step in reprogramming your brain. You have to learn to find pleasure in the effort itself. There is a biological phenomenon where doing something difficult, like taking a cold shower or doing a heavy workout, actually triggers a long-lasting rise in dopamine after the discomfort is over. When you choose to do something hard, you are intentionally putting weight on the pain side of the scale. And remember what the brain does? It balances it out by tipping the scale toward pleasure for the next several hours. This is why people who work out in the morning often feel more focused and on throughout the rest of the day. They've earned their dopamine. The mindset shift is this. Stop saying, I have to do this hard work. Start saying, I am choosing to push through this friction so I can feel the natural high that comes afterward. You are literally training your brain to associate effort with well-being. Your brain is incredibly adaptive. It changes based on how you use it. If you spend your life chasing every tiny spark of cheap pleasure, you'll find yourself constantly exhausted and unfulfilled. But if you have the courage to embrace a little boredom, set boundaries with your devices, and lean into the friction of hard work, your brain will reward you with a level of focus and clarity you haven't felt in years. So, here is my challenge for you. For the next 24 hours, identify your biggest time waster. Is it TikTok? A specific game? Delete it, just for one day. See how your brain reacts. See what thoughts come up when you aren't drowning them in noise. What is the one hard thing you've been avoiding that you know would change your life if you actually enjoyed doing it? Let me know in the comments. Remember, the best things in life are waiting on the other side of a little bit of friction. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe for more and drop a comment with your thoughts. See you in the next one.